we both work very hard to have the kind of life we want, to be the kind of people we want, to have a happy life. Like we
Try
are
to
focused.
figure out what kind of life we want.
That is more than half the battle. That's true. So I guess that's a good question. Where do you feel like you're at and where you're going?
Is that a question for me?
Yeah, that's the way
Anybody else here? For somebody else?
I mean, I know there are two people in one, so just choose one of the two people to speak from.
Everything is optional in my mind right now. So it's like, do I want to do that? Do I not want to do that? Is that going to be worth the work? Is it not going to be worth the work? Is that the direction I want to go? There's an old saying about be careful what ladder you climb, because you might, when you get to the top of it, you might find you have leaned against the wrong wall.
Yeah.
So I'm always questioning, is this the wall I want my ladder against? Is that the wall? So, and I always struggle with the morning thing. So I have joined that 6 a.m.ers group, which is awesome. And that
What
was
is an example of a wall? Like when you're deciding between options, that's a very
do I want to be a top agent, like super well known, super high dollar? Do I want to be Frederick Eklund, Ryan Serhant? Do I want to be a brokerage owner? Do I want to be a broker? Do I want to be a team lead and or trainer? Do I want to be a real estate investor? Do I want to be a YouTuber?
Yeah.
What do I want to do? Because I do know that if whatever it is, if I like it and I focus on it and actually work, I'm likely going to be successful at it. Not always. I mean, I've had enough businesses. Some of them did not work. So you never know. I'm kind of working on that right now. What about you?
I think that, listening to that made me recognize a really big difference in how we look at things, because I
think
don't.
That's good.
I think that's probably healthy, but I don't have a specific. So I'm not thinking, do I want to be Ryan Serhant, or do I want to be Frederick Eklund, or do I want to be Carol Baronetto, who I absolutely love, or I'm not I'm not deciding where to put my ladder, because I don't feel like it's a ladder. I feel like I'm on a sailboat and I'm heading towards that continent. And I'm like, I think that continent's going to be cool. And so I have the general goal of, I want to have a really strong business. I want to make good money, and I want to do it in a way that has that instills a sense of belonging in the people that I work with on my team or my clients. And
you always say people before profit.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I stole that from some company. I just don't remember which one.
Everything's stolen, but
it's true. So that's how I view it. So I don't feel like I do get what you're saying with, where am I going to put my time and energy? I only have so much, but I don't think about it as much about the end goal being all this or all that. More like, let's keep pushing forward and all of these, see where the money is coming from, make sure we focus on that, keep building here. Like, it's kind of this big messy thing. So I'm headed, if I was going towards a direction, instead of climbing a wall on a ladder, I would be sailing at a continent on a sailboat, and like, I don't know, am I going to land north or south? I'm not sure yet. Where's the wind taking me? What's the, fastest way to get there?
Interesting. Are you reading anything to help you get there?
I just, what are you reading right now? What was the book? I haven't read it yet, but I just bought it. The one that you and Emma told me about, Jack Canfield.
Oh, Jack Canfield, Success Principles. Yeah, it's an older book.
I'm going to read that one. I'm reading Dark Towers right now, which is not a business book, but Rich Cronin told us about it, and so I'm reading it, and it's really interesting. And then I have a couple other books that I'm just reading because I enjoy reading. I actually think that I'm going to read the autobiography by Malcolm X. I just started that, and I feel like that's going to be a business book, because there are some really strong business leaders who love that book and have modeled choices in their life and leadership around it. So I'm looking at that one as a personal development book, even though it's an autobiography. So that's a whole handful, like a mess of that. See, everything with me is messy. So there's a whole pile of things that I'm looking at.
Well, it's awesome though. You have a very you live the life you seem, because you have a very vivacious personality, a little all over the place, and you live that same life. You live big. You actually live a very big life.
I think it depends who you compare me to.
I'm not comparing you to anybody. I'm just saying you do live a very active life.
I try to have a full, happy life. When I feel bad, I try to. My initial desire is to hole up alone and not see anyone. And I have learned over the years that that's the exact opposite of what I probably need. And I have a couple really good friends who will cuddle with me and
You have some
have good
incredible
time.
friends. I love your friends.
I love my friends too. I feel so lucky. So what about you? What are you reading, learning, etc.?
I started Built to Serve, but then I started the 6 a.m.ers on Monday. So we've made it 5 days in a row. That's worked out great.
Can you explain what that is?
It's a handful of real estate agents on the East Coast that all get up and connect, and we meet at 6 o'clock in the morning. A couple days a week, it's a live video. 3 days a week, we're just chatting. Or we've got posts. Here's what's going on. Here's my challenge. I'm not sure about the, whatever.
Oh, okay.
So it's
like accountability group.
Kind of, yeah. So there's a bigger one for the East Coast, and then there's a smaller one that we just created for 4 of us. I can't say locally because 2 of them are in Pennsylvania, but basically there are 4 of us that are. It's pretty local. So anyway, that's it. So and that one's a little more intimate. Like I like this, I like that, and I'm trying to do this. Whatever. Here's what it's like to get up at 6 o'clock in the morning for me. So you don't feel like you're the only one, because it's a very isolating industry.
Yeah.
The real estate industry. It doesn't seem like it from the outside, but it's very self-motivated. You talk about people being self-starters. You really, really have to be a self-starter in this business, because you could just sit at home and wait for the phone to ring and never hear from anybody. Nothing. Dead silence.
Yeah. Or you
it
can
doesn't
hustle
happen
like
unless
crazy.
you make it happen.
Yeah. That's true.
So that's the 6 a.m.ers thing, and we're reading The Subtle Art of Not Giving a.
You are?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I love that book.
That's good.
I wanted to not like that book because I was like, this is an inflammatory title, and it suckered me in, and it got me to buy it, and it got me to read it, and then I read it, and I was like, it's so good.
Yeah, it's got a weird. It's inflammatory. It starts the first chapter or 2.
Yeah.
Just super vulgar.
Just if you're from Iowa, yeah.
Yeah, if you're from Iowa. But I mean, it's just intense. It's like, how many times do we have to say this? And it seems like there's an effort. So you're like, I don't know if this is ever going to get to where I want to go. But quickly after, I think, chapter 2, and the chapters aren't that long, all of a sudden you're like, I get it. I know where you're going.
Yeah, there's a lot of solid philosophy. I like that book. What are you liking about the book so far?
I like it's basically a Stoic perception or take on life. It's like, don't add to it. Don't add to the, all right, so they were upset in that moment. That doesn't mean that's who they are. That doesn't mean that's the way the world's going to go from here forward. Yeah. Don't worry about it. Don't give but not in a bad way. It's just, don't make more out of life than is there, and take that time that you would usually spend worrying, enjoying it, making better decisions, spending time with people you love. Yes. Doing more productive things.
Yes. You know what? Stoicism, which we've discussed before, both of us really like, is basically an act of reframing, or just framing in general, to make everything less of a big deal and prioritize relationships and doing things well above all else. So if you don't succeed, but you did your thing really well, the best reward for a job well done is having done it, and all that kind of stuff. I hadn't thought about that before, but it's essentially framing. And I was reading this neurohacker article about stress, and the best way to cope with stress, which we all have every day, is framing it in your mind as this obstacle you're overcoming, like the stress itself or the thing that's causing the stress itself. And that's very Stoic. There's a idea called the obstacle is the way in Stoicism, because the obstacle, having it, yes, you have to choose. No matter what, you're going to run into obstacles. So choose the obstacles you want to overcome. And when you don't choose them, they're just thrown at you. This makes you a better person. This makes you better prepared for it next time, a better leader, a better friend, a better everything. So Stoicism brings out this appreciation for the struggle. It's kind of the embrace the suck mentality.
Are you getting a new computer?
Oh no, am I freezing?
You're freezing.
I don't look like I'm freezing on my computer. Wow, I said so many words and you probably only heard half of them.
That wasn't too bad. Morgan and I have been talking about her need to get a new computer for a long time.
I ordered one.
And then yesterday, it's like we went to we had a meeting with somebody, and Morgan we're trying to share some marketing ideas that somebody could use to market a huge property. And she's going through it, and it's like, holy cow, there's like a 3-minute delay in what's happening or what's going on. She's like, I know, it's my computer. She can't move herself. It's amazing what you will spend money on and what you won't spend money on.
Hold up. What will I spend money on? What do you
I don't want to talk about it.
What do you think I'm not frugal on? Give me one thing that I'm not frugal on.
Things business related, or if you think that you should pay more because of your participation in something.
Oh, well, that's integrity based. If I feel like it's a reflection of my character, then I will pay anything to feel like I have integrity. But if I don't need to spend the money.
So here's an example. We had a listing, this is a little while ago. We had a listing out in the suburbs.
Yeah.
And I said, hey, can you go to this inspection for the smoke certification? And she's like, yeah, I'll go do it. And I think I've got everything set up, but they've sent first inspector showed up and was like, oh no, this isn't going to work. You're going to have to, because it had had alarms hooked to an alarm system that wasn't.
Oh no, I know this story.
Bottom line is that Morgan's like, okay, well, we have to put in a couple more smoke detectors. I'm not going to bother anybody. I'm just going to do it myself. So in the end, she buys the smoke detectors. She buys a drill set. She buys, like the power drill kit. And then she buys all the bits. Here's an extra bit set that goes with it. And here's some extra screws. $300 worth of stuff to put in a $15 or $20 smoke detector. And she came back grumpy, as you can imagine. Like, what is all this stuff? And she said, well, I had to have some way to put the smoke detector in. What smoke detector? What are you talking about? Well, your inspector didn't approve it, so I wasn't going to be beat by it. So I went and got the smoke detectors, and I bought this.
And
then I said, have a screwdriver.
That is like, you just need a screwdriver. It would have been really easy.
The screws
I threw away so much money. I should have just called you and been like, here's what happened. What would you recommend?
So that's what I mean. You won't buy yourself a new computer, but man, you'd throw $300 at getting that smoke detector in a client's house in a heartbeat. You'll do anything for a client like that, or anything business related. You will not.
Stupid.
I get it. It's integrity related, but
it was such a dumb day. I was dumb that day.
It's been great having that in the back of, I don't know which car it's in. It's in the red car?
I don't know. It's in
one of our cars.
It should be in my car. It's in your car. But whatever.
I have 2 sets of those already without yours. So anyway.
Okay. I think we're done because we're past. This is the longest one we've done. But it was lovely podcasting with you, Dad. And you too, darling. It's been a pleasure. I love you. Thanks, everybody. Shake and bake. Shake and bake. Please like, subscribe if you happen to see this on YouTube. Like, subscribe. Facebook, yeah. Whatever. Like, subscribe, follow, friend. Hit the notification button. Yeah, if you're listening to this podcast version, in the description are the links to all of our social medias. Come be our friend. All right, shake and bake. Bye. Shake and bake.